Hello everyone, I'm talking about Knock on the Cabin Door today. It's 2023 suspense horror for some weird reason, makes no sense, but I'm gonna get into that movie. It is an hour and, well, it's 101 minutes. Sorry, I don't feel like actually counting it out right now. I know I'm being real lazy and stupid. That's fine. I don't care. This is gonna be my 21 of 31 Halloween. I was gonna say horror movies, but this really isn't. I was lied to by Amazon Prime, which is where you can currently watch this. If you know anything about this movie, you've seen the trailers. It's about a gay couple who have a adopted child, obviously, and four strangers who show up to their cabin. Knock at the cabin. Get it? Ahaha. Well, they're there to get these, the gay couple, basically, to kill one of them. They have to make a choice and sacrifice one of their own to save the world from the apocalypse. It's in the trailers. It's very obvious. It's in the description. I'd like to state right off the bat, though I might be groaning a little bit, I don't think this is a bad movie. There's parts I don't like for sure, but all in all, it's made rather well. It's made rather well for the most part. I'm gonna get into the story right now. Spoilers. You don't want spoilers? Spoilers. Fuck off. Sorry. No, I'm not. The movie starts with the daughter, Wen, capturing grasshoppers, and then Dave Bautista randomly shows up, starts talking to her, and helps her capture grasshoppers, and they have a little conversation when they're like picking petals off a flower. Bautista's name, by the way, is Leonard in this movie. The other three people who show up to the cabin are going to be Sabrina, she's the black chick, Adrian, she's the white chick, Ridman, who is Ron Weasley. I mean, come on, stands out. You got the two dads, Eric and Andrew. Eric is the shorter of the two. Well, as they're having this little conversation, his friends start walking up, so Wen runs to the house to warn her dads. They go inside, they kind of talk to them through the door, lock everything because they see weapons in their hands. They try the phone, it doesn't work because they cut it, you know, they're out in the woods, no Wi-Fi. Not entirely sure how their TV is working, but I'm guessing a satellite dish? I don't fully know. They had a home phone there, so must be some actual connection, right? I guess. Well, they begin to barricade the house, and everyone's trying to get inside, because obviously they weren't just going to let them in, even though they talk pleasantly and try to just hash this out with them peacefully. They're obviously not going to believe them. Who would? It's kind of insane what they're going to say. Just right off the bat, coming to their house with weapons makes them look crazy. Well, Sabrina gets inside first, kind of knocks out Eric, and then there's a goofy looking moment where Andrew tries to help Eric, kind of swings at her, but somehow misses even though she doesn't move, and then swings again and she like backs up. It looks stupid. Eric's got a concussion now. Ridman breaks in the house. Andrew all of a sudden just stops protecting Eric from Sabrina, who's right in front of him, and goes after Ridman, who came through the back door. He beats up Ridman really, really easily, I might add. Really easily. Everybody else is already in the house, and they're holding Eric hostage, as well as Wen. Although also not really when you hear them talk. But Andrew gives in, so they get tied to chairs. Then we get a flashback, and you're going to get multiple of these throughout the movie. They don't matter. They don't matter at all. It's just supposed to help you really connect with the characters. But frankly, every time I saw a flashback of the gay couple, I just felt bored to tears. I was bored to tears. I hated them. I really don't like Andrew, especially. I think Andrew's a little bitch. Maybe that's just me. You let me know. I don't like Andrew. He sucks. Well, you go back to the normal time, the present, and this is where they mention to them that they're going to have to make a choice of who they're going to have to kill. Then they give their introductions on who they are as people and their normal lives. And then they give an explanation of why they have to do the sacrifice, because if they don't, there's going to be plagues. 4 plagues. And if all 4 happen, the world's going to be destroyed. And they have visions, which is how they wound up at this cabin in the first place and how they met each other. They mention that they have these visions multiple times and give a little bit of backstory to it. Well, they explain that every time the couple says no, a plague is going to happen. So they ask them basically right away what their choice is. They don't answer, so this is obviously taken as a no. So Ridman is the first to die. Ridman gets on his knees, puts a white bag over his head, and says some line about being judged. Then they show the consequences on the TV. There was an earthquake which causes tsunamis. The tsunamis was one of the plagues. Another one after that is going to be an actual plague, a virus. The next one after that will be the sky falls, which is going to be planes. If you watched the trailer, I'm sure you saw this coming. And the one after that is supposed to be the world, you know, catches fire. Everything burns. Death. Game over. Those are the 4 plagues. Well, Ridman's happened. Tsunamis. Then they say they're going to give them another day. During this time, Eric and Andrew get to have a short conversation about how the earthquake had already happened. It was like 4 hours ago before the people showed up. And there's going to be this rationale for more of the stuff, like the virus that's going to happen. It doesn't matter. They have this short conversation. Wen gets out of the house. Leonard finds her, picks her up, takes her back inside. This is where Andrew mentions that he remembers Redman and how Redman had attacked him a long time ago. This is just a coincidence and doesn't matter. They think that they're being targeted by these people because, well, they're gay or because Redman had it out for them. In the beginning, they give a message about how they don't care that they're a gay couple because it just had to be stated. Sorry, I don't know. This movie gets to me a little bit. This is the part where Adriana mentions how they kind of met on a message board, which is just real fucking stupid. She even questions, she's like, did we meet on the message board first or did we get the visions first? Maybe we are insane. No, Leonard's like, no, we had the visions first. Adriana's just being stupid. Well, it's like the next morning. Adriana makes Wen some breakfast. She takes a kitchen knife and hides it, and she's going to end up giving it to Eric. They ask them again to make a choice. They obviously say no. Andrew's he's a dick. He's just a dick the whole time. I understand that they're in like a hostage situation and they think they're going to die, but he's being just such an asshole. Adrian gets judged next. She dies. And then there's a virus that kills children. And it mentions that this was like pre-footage that was kind of already started months ago. So they don't believe that this is actually happening. You obviously know it is. You know it is. If you watch the trailer, it's so obvious that the apocalypse stuff is happening. It kind of takes away the impact of it because you already know that this is real. Had they not shown it in the trailer, you may have been guessing the whole time, like, are these people actually crazy? Is this actually happening? It would have helped with the impact a lot more. Whatever, I guess. They get untied. Eric kind of keeps Sabrina and Leonard back for a moment. And Andrew gets out of his chair super casually, somehow walks right past them without them seeing, even though they're right over his shoulder. It makes no sense. He just casually walks outside. He doesn't even like run to the vehicle once he's outside and has closed the door behind him to go get his gun. I mean, he's so casual about it. It's real stupid. I get that he's been tied to a chair, but I guarantee you he can still run. Guarantee it. Well, Sabrina runs outside, tries to stop him, hurts him a little bit. She loses her weapon because Andrew scares her off. She runs off into the forest. Andrew goes back inside and tries to you know, save Eric and Wen. Even though Leonard's not trying to hurt them, he's just trying to grab them because he can't kill them. It's against the rules. And he doesn't want to. You can tell he's very kind. Well, Sabrina comes like rushing in and he just shoots her and she's dead. And then Leonard asks another question. Instead of Andrew just shooting Leonard, which would have made more sense because he thinks they're crazy and they're, you know, killing each other in front of them, in front of their daughter, had them tied up, hurt them a bit. Granted, they did say that they're not there to kill them and they didn't actually do it. Still seems strange. They say no. Leonard, well, chops up Sabrina. You're not really going to see any of this, by the way. I don't know why this movie's rated R. It should probably be rated PG-13. Rated R is bullshit. It's bullshit. Turn on the news. Well, I'm sorry. Right before this, they tell Leonard to get in the restroom. They're going to go look for their vehicle because obviously they had to get there somehow. They think Leonard breaks out of the restroom because they hear glass break, so they open it. Andrew shoots through the shower curtain, hits Leonard in the arm, but he doesn't realize it yet. So Leonard comes out, fights them a little bit, grabs the gun from him, and then they're in the exact same position that they've been in the whole fucking movie. Well, Leonard turns on the news, and you see airplanes falling out of the sky, which is sky falls like glass or whatever. Eric begins to believe this. Andrew, not so much. He just doesn't want to. And then Leonard kind of calls him out. He's like, "But you do, don't you?" And then they go outside. Leonard again asks them a question. They don't answer, so Leonard kills himself. And then more stuff begins to happen, and they're like, "Oh crap. This is real. We have to make a decision." He tells them that they have a few minutes after they failed to do this judgment thing to still save the world. It feels like a lot longer than a few minutes. It's more like 15 minutes, maybe 10, maybe. It just feels like it takes a while before they make a decision. Eric's like, "I'm cool with it. Kill me." I wish it was Andrew, because I don't like him. But then I remember Andrew loses Eric, and that makes him sad. And that makes me happy, because I'm a dick. So I'm cool with it. Eric's dead. Eric's dead. Apocalypse is over. Everyone's okay. And I don't know. I don't know. I give the movie a 7 out of 10. It's not a horror movie. That's bull. It shouldn't be rated R. It should be PG-13. Everyone's acting is good. The characters, I think, for the most part, are interesting. I still don't like Andrew, though. I don't like him at all. As I said, the trailer really takes away from this, because I had watched the trailer way before this movie came out, and I was just like, obviously I know what's going to happen. Huge spoilers in the trailer. I don't know. That's my opinion. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. Let me know. Leave a comment. I still think it's well made. I don't really like it that much. I'm not a fan. 7 out of 10. Still good, just not for me. Oh god. Click on my other video, please. Click subscribe. Just do it. Just do it. Don't be an Andrew. Be an Eric. Or even better, be a Leonard. Alright? Thanks for watching. Peace.